So welcome back to IntuitiveTea. Gemini, this is going to be for Cancer. This is going to be for the collective, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If this resonates with you or for you, please like, comment, and subscribe. And let's see what's going on this weekend for you, Cancer. Six of Wands, this is speaking on a change of mindset. This is saying that you need to let certain things go. You need to move past whatever's holding you back or hindering you. This is literally saying that your growth is going to come from changing your mindset. Swords represent things, mental things. This is saying you need to look toward new beginnings, whether that's fresh starts with someone or fresh starts in general. It's saying your mindset has to change to accompany, I guess, these new feelings you have or how you feel towards something. Three of Swords reversed, that's speaking on... Three of Swords reversed actually speaks on the swords coming out, so it's saying you're coming through a situation, I guess, that affected you emotionally. I kind of want to say that that's going to work out in your favor, like something's going to turn around for you. Like something's going to, I don't want to say be on your favor, but like I said, it's the swords coming out, so it's saying like something emotionally that was weighing you down will no longer weigh you down. You receive the Seven of Pentacles. This represents a garden. This is speaking on financial abundance for those of you who have a career, for those of you who have your own business. This is saying do whatever you can and do what you need to at this time to nurture. It's saying focus on growth and your stability. Focus on setting foundations for your future. Wealth and abundance, riches of all sorts is what this is speaking on. It's literally saying however you bring your money in, this should be nurtured as if it were a garden. And that's what they want you to focus on. So it's saying this weekend a lot of you are either going to have new opportunities to nurture this, or you're going to have more time on your hands to nurture it. So it's saying that's what you should be doing. Whatever this is. For some of you, it's going to be a new opportunity that opens up or comes open. But for some of you, this is going to be something that you've worked on for quite some time. Page of Cups coming out. This is speaking on quite a you. I don't want to say playing the field, but it's saying you aren't in a position or you're not ready to, like, this is really speaking on not being knowledgeable, but putting yourself out there as far as love is concerned. So it's saying for Cancers, a lot of you are kind of like playing the field. It's saying you have multiple options or you're entertaining multiple people. It's saying a lot of you are entertaining multiple people. Page of Pentacles, this is speaking on like putting yourself out, learning new things as far as bringing your money in, new ways to bring your money. Now that's a good one. I feel like the Page of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles together is speaking on you not only continuing to nurture what you're currently doing, but making sure you're not leaving anything unturned. Like making sure you're making the most out of these opportunities or things that are opening up to you. Now the Page of Cups is representing, like I said, really not wanting to be in a relationship or being in a relationship, but like I said, you're still playing the field. You're not ready to. Some of you, some of you, well, all of you know you shouldn't do it, but it's saying some of you are aware of what you're doing and you don't care. Like, you feel like you're that high on the pedestal to where you can do this to this individual and not care. You don't feel like you're going to get caught for one, for some of you Cancer. So that's why I'm saying you're playing the field, because you're getting away with it. Let's see what's coming up this weekend. But to receive that, maybe something may happen. Let's see, this is going to be for Cancers this weekend. You receive third eye chakra, so it is saying you need to work on unblocking this. It's saying you're not seeing certain things for what they truly appear to be because you're wanting to be in this illusion. It's like you know that your life, there's nothing wrong with your life, but you know there's certain things about your life that either needs to change or something that you're in denial about. To have the third eye chakra is saying that you need to like open that up. You need to start seeing, you need to be practical and start seeing reality for what it is and not what you're trying to make it to be or act as if it is. Spiritual strength upright is saying that you do need to rebuild your connection with your angels and your divine beings. It's saying that you need to focus on getting right with the above beings at this time, and that could be why you're dealing with what you're dealing with, because you're neglecting it. Emotional loss. Some of you recently could have gotten out of a relationship, or someone could have passed away, but I don't feel like it's anyone passing away. I feel like this is more so getting out of a relationship or going through issues involving this relationship. This emotional loss is saying that you're taking it to heart, whatever you're currently going through. It's going to happen this weekend. It's going to happen this weekend. This weekend. You received the crown chakra, so it's saying that's blocked. This is saying that you know better than to do something you're currently doing, and you may not care. The crown chakra being blocked is saying that you're not looking at the situation in a practical way. You're not being thoughtful in this situation, whether it's being thoughtful towards this person or just being thoughtful in general. It's saying you're kind of being selfish. You received patience and you received harmony. So this is most definitely speaking on an emotional situation. You feel like this person should be doing or should have done something that I guess you wanted them to do and they didn't. So you're taking it to heart basically that this person's not listening to your every beck and call, or they're not waiting on you hand and foot. It's saying you need to be patient if you want the situation to get better, because it's saying at the end of the day it's not just you in a relationship. The world doesn't revolve around just you and what you want. And it's saying you need to take that person and how they feel into consideration. When you snap your fingers, things aren't just supposed to happen. It's saying you don't have that much power and you really need to come off of this, like, this high horse or this pedestal you feel like people are supposed to put you on, because that's not the case. It's literally saying you have to have patience if you want this relationship or situation to get better. Nothing's just going to happen because you snapped your fingers. Saying it doesn't work like that. And that's also why you got the spiritual strength card. It's saying if you pray to your angels and ask them for clarity or ask them to help you through this situation, you'll realize it's not as bad as what you think it is. It's just because you have anger or something toward this certain person, or you have an attitude or issues toward this individual. So you feel like everything or people dealing with you, even feel like people dealing with that person should deal with them in a certain way just because. And that's not going to happen. Just because you don't deal with this person, that's not saying those individuals have to deal with them like that as well. And it's literally saying like you feel some type of way when they don't acknowledge this person the way you don't acknowledge this person. Like it makes you mad that they accept this person even though you don't. So it's like really saying you need to get off of this high horse that you set for yourself. We're saying that's a lot of where the emotional loss feeling is coming from. That's why you feel alone and that's why you feel isolated. You're trying to purposely come in between connections that you really don't have the right to come in between. It's like you're trying to make the situation into something that God's not gonna make it into. It's like you're forgetting that you're not God and you don't have the final say so over this connection. You don't have the final say so over that individual. They literally want you to focus on what makes you happy, but they're saying don't try to purposely make someone miserable in the process of making yourself happy. You received the temple pass, so it's saying at all times you need to make sure you're doing right. Not doing right, it's doing right by others, but more so doing right by yourself. It's saying you need to be doing right in a situation as far as like, make sure you're doing more good than you're doing bad, or try to give out more positivity than you're giving out negativity. It's saying you shouldn't be purposely going out here trying to create issues. It's saying all of this stuff is going to come back to you either way. So it's like, do you want to live, and I'm not talking about y'all, I'm just saying this, saying do you want to live and blessings come to you, or do you want to live in messes constantly coming to you? Because if you're giving out mess and creating messy situations, that's what you're going to receive. It's saying like you're not exempt from receiving bad, and it's saying that you need to snap out of thinking you are, because you're giving out issues, or you're giving out things on purpose, and it's saying that this is going to come back to you. It's like you're purposely going out trying to be vindictive toward this individual, and it's going to hurt you in the end. It's not going to hurt you physically, but it's going to hurt you as in it coming back to you. Whatever you're giving to this person is going to come back to you. You did receive Cornucopia, so that's a good thing for a lot of you this weekend. For Cancers, for a lot of you this weekend, you received the 7 of Pentacles upright, so they're saying money is going to come to you from somewhere, and you received Cornucopia, so it's saying some sort of blessing is going to come to you. This could be from someone who owed you this blessing. This could be you know, you randomly just being blessed because of, you know, the help that you gave in the past to those individuals. Either way, you're about to receive something that you've been waiting on. So that's good. Some sort of financial abundance or some sort of blessing, like I said before. Let's see, what else can they expect this weekend to wrap it up? What can they expect this weekend? You received denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So that's like with the crown chakra. Denial. It's literally saying you're in denial about things you need to fix. You don't feel like there's anything wrong. Whether it's in this relationship or whether it's within you as a person. It's saying that you're in denial, that you are that you're doing anything to anyone else. And it's really saying until you move out of this feeling of thinking the world revolves around you, or in your mind expecting everything to revolve around you, you're going to continue to recycle these same experiences. That's why you're discontent. That's why you're bored. That's why you're suffering these losses. It's saying like you're in denial that you have to change anything. The next card you received was pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. It's saying that you literally need to do that. It's saying because you're in denial, you're really in denial because of your pride. Like I said before, you feel like you're on this pedestal. It's saying that you're overlooking everyone else's issues and what they're dealing with. It's all about you. And that's what's actually causing these issues. It's saying you're not seeing it. It's like everything has to revolve, I guess, around what you want it to revolve around. It's saying you're in denial about being prideful. It's like you have a big, not ego, but it's saying you're very prideful. You don't see that. You don't see how it's rubbing off or coming off on someone else. Because, like I said, you're stuck in this mindset of I'm prideful and things should go how I say, but I'm the victim at the same time. It's like you have to pick a role. You're trying to play two different parts. Last but not least, you receive fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. You're fearful of changing your ways because you feel like you're going to be taken advantage of. But it's actually saying the reason why the people that are approaching you in life and the people that you're currently dealing with in life are here is because of how you're being. You're going to attract the type of people that are around you based off what you're giving off. So if you feel like you're giving off sneaky, if you feel like you're attracting sneaky individuals or those who only use you or whatever the case may be, it's because you're giving that off. It's saying you have to, that's why it's saying you need to stop being in denial. You need to realize that a lot of the situations you're currently in have come about because of your doing, your own making. Like you created these situations. You can't play victim in that situation that you created. They're saying like you let your pride get in the way of you realizing that you're at fault. And it's not saying you're at fault entirely, but it is saying part of this situation, that person's at fault and you're at fault. It's saying it's not always on them. Cancer is saying that sometimes you have this way of feeling like everybody else does wrong, but you do no wrong. And it's saying you have to get out of that mindset. It's holding you back, really.